welcome back to another video. I hope you just read. If you look at this right here, if you read it, that's what the video is going to be about tonight, guys. How to turn your stuff, your clutter, into cash, right? How to turn your clutter into cash. Many of us are sitting on some untapped value right in our home, right in our homes, right? And today we're gonna just talk about how to turn some of this stuff into income of some sort. A few years ago, I have a friend who decided that she was going to have her then boyfriend. He lived in Jamaica, but the mother used to go market. So when she come into Jamaica, she would ship down, like, not ship, but carry them, pack things. She used to pack barrels. And so she would buy sheets, sets, and different things and send down. And when she come, people would buy it. And sometimes she didn't really get to sell stuff because they were too expensive for the people in her community. She and the lady decided, the boy's mom decided that if she could buy some used stuff, like people having yard sales and stuff, and buy like used sheets and used stuff like that, should be able to sell them for her because they wouldn't be as expensive as the brand new stuff, and people need it. I don't think it worked out so well for her. I think there was some falling out, there was some problems, so that didn't work out. But just recently I came down, and then my friend came down, and her mom does this. She goes to the thrift shops and she buys things like for $5, $2, whatever, and she comes home, clean them up, and put them on eBay and sells them for good prices on eBay. One of the things that we this right here that you saw before the video started, before I started talking, is a conversation she and I had, because what happened was she sent me the email for her mom's business. She sent me the link. And I'm looking in there and seeing these things and the prices for them. And I was shocked. And she was explaining to me that, yeah, it's pretty lucrative. There are people that have used reselling to provide a full-time income for themselves or their family. She says now with tariffs on imported items, I think the interest will increase even more. Which makes sense, because if the tariffs are going to become percentages on goods that people need, instead of paying the high prices that the stores will have to charge, then I agree with her that people might want to turn to slightly used items instead of paying, time and a half what the other stuff worth in the store. She says we have also become a society that overconsumes. Me is one of them. Okay, so I am one of those persons. But my overconsumption is not because I wanted to, because when I used to wear jeans, I would get my comfortable jeans, maybe 5 pairs, and I get my nice tops. But then once I started gaining the weight from all different angles, from the surgery on my knee, then menopause coming on, and all of those things. The surgery on my knee was the biggest one, because believe me, it really cramped my movement. And because of that, I was still eating my meals, but not moving. And it was so painful to move. And I struggled with that for a year. The pain in the knee that people were just thinking it's arthritis, until I was able to say, wait a minute, if I'm doing therapy for arthritis, I come in pain, I leave in pain. How could that be? Shouldn't there be some form of relief if I come in and I'm getting all this hot and cold treatment, all these exercises. And it was when I asked to do an MRI to know that I had my meniscus torn. The ligament in my knee was literally torn. And that was what was giving me the horrible pain and disability. I mean, it was hard to move. And if I didn't have to move, I'd rather not move. And then after the surgery again, it took a long time to heal because my mom passed during the time, and I re-injured the knee that the doctors just did surgery on. So it really impeded me and took me a while. So I gained more weight. Menopause came. I gained the gut and more bosom, more breast. and so it's what it is. And I have been working on it, but again, I said, so once I stop wearing the jeans and those comfortable clothing, and I got my mom's arms, the big arms, then I would buy clothing from a store, clothing that I thought would fit well, but then the arms, everything else fitted except the arms. And so I was spending so much trying to find the right fit. I then went to sleeveless dresses because they would fit nicely, and I would wear, I'm not exposing my armpits. We grew up knowing that you shouldn't let your armpits be seen by anybody. We couldn't we weren't allowed to wear sleeveless dresses when I was a little girl growing up. And so it just stayed with me. As I get older now, I have dresses now in Jamaica that I put on without a thing over it. But even though you see me do my videos, very seldom you ever see me sit here in a sleeveless dress. Always covered up my arms. But so I had a lot of stuff. I had a lot of stuff, unnecessary stuff. I'd buy them, they don't fit right. I don't never send them back. I'd never send a package back. So you end up with all this stuff, and as she says, we overconsume, and it's not helping when we are always quick to buy something new. So you remember the days, guys. You remember the days when, I don't know if, I remember vividly, very clearly, when Granny, when I was little, and you got a pair of shoes, and it was good quality shoes. For kids, it wasn't so much. When you get older, because the little kids' shoes were like a patented thing. So once them pull out or so, them not really. I don't remember if I ever took a shoes to the shoemaker when I was little. I think once the shoes, usually just them get too tight for your foot and that they were still new, they give it to somebody else. But I remember taking Granny's shoes to the shoemaker. And in those days, shoes were made of good material, leather material, that you could take it to the shoemaker. If the toe kick out or you pull out of the side, they would take it and retack it, or and put a thing in there, or they half sole the shoes, the bottom if it walked off, or the heel, if the heel was, you walk on the side of your foot and the heel walk off, they would build it up again and redo the thing, and you had that shoes for a long time. We used to polish the shoes, and we had them along because they were quality. And so even in America, you buy a pair of leather shoes and it lasts, you can polish it, and those of us who are used to polishing shoes and shining them up, and they last. My school shoes, when I started going laced up shoes instead of the high heels, when I started wearing laced up shoes, you polish them up and you get the Clarks, and they're good quality material. They don't hurt your foot. They're good to stand in all day, and so you put your money there. And so again, you don't have seamstresses in America looking for somebody to sew for me. Hardly could find anybody. But back then, people were there to take in things, to cut things, to extend things, to patch things up, and and to make them last. But nowadays people just buy, and they just buy what look good, not quality. They just buy what looks good. So tonight I said, let me talk to us about just a little bit about that, and how you can, instead of just throwing the things out. When I was packing up the house, when I was doing the amount of bags of clothes we sent to the thrift shop, and what I laugh out loudly about, is the fact that because I'm a big girl, and so I'm wearing the plus sizes, and most of my suits were made by my sister-in-law, beautifully done, all of them with pockets, because that's what I used to wear to school. I used to wear suits to school, and I'm looking now how it would have benefited some people who are plus sizes. I could have just gotten them clean, and just people would have been happy to have them, because they were made so they would have fitted nicely, and nothing was wrong with them. So they weren't torn, they weren't stained or anything, guys. They were good, and I can see now how they would have been nice for somebody who is plus size like myself. So now, if you want to turn your clutter into cash, what you can do, start with what you have. Go through your closets, the storage bins, the kitchen cabinets, anywhere you have extra or unused items. Look for things in good condition. Don't start now because you're selling things, you're just going to pick up any and anything. Good condition, clothes, small appliances, books, electronics, decor, any one of those. Use online marketplaces. I think I would have gone with eBay, but here you have Facebook Marketplace, you have eBay, you have Poshmark, or local WhatsApp groups to sell. Then take good photographs. You could buy a mannequin, like my friend who sent me that, whose mom is doing it right now. She does it on eBay. They have a mannequin to put the clothes on when they take the pictures, so the clothes look nice, Take clear photos and write honest, catchy descriptions. Bonus tip: clean or lightly refurbished items to increase their value. Always clean them up for the people, and so when they get it, they can choose to just rinse them out and they're still in good condition. But don't just send dirty stuff because you're trying to get rid of things. Make it nice so people will want to come back to buy more of your things. Think seasonally, right? So sell your winter jackets in the fall season so that the people can have it for the winter. Oh my God, I had so much coats, so much jackets, and I just put them in a bag and send them to the thrift shop, to the I think they call it thrift shop. What do they call it? But it's where you donate things, So many stuff, handbags, shoes, boots. You name it. I just had them packed and my daughters just dropped them off. It is what it is. I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. I'll just move on. So again, for your school supplies, you could get them ready in August, so that the kids, the parents can pick them up for when school open. Again, go to your local thrift shops or yard sales or church sales with a business mindset. So when you go there, you're not going there to go add more accoutrements to your house, but you're going there to look for items that you can market and make some money from it. Use your barcode scanner apps to check the resale value on the spot. So wait, it says look for undervalued treasures, designer labels, rare books, retro home goods, or name brand toys. Name brand toys, or even hats, or those things that you can, it says use barcode scanner apps to check the resale value on the spot. So if you pick up a hat, my son buy all these hats at 20, like I remember years ago when he was buying these hats, investing in hats, $25. I said, for what? For a little hat? Yeah. But he buys a lot of them, so I tell him, when I come back to America, I'm just gonna set up a shop and sell some of those things for you. 'Cause he has a room filled with hats on the wall, it's like a trophy room. So I market them for you and get that money. So again, some items can be upcycled, like turning old jeans, but I'm not gonna send you to go do all of that, to go remake things with that. Do it yourself sells, especially if you offer something unique. I don't know who wants to do that in these times, to cut up something and, you know, book covers, whatever to do with old jeans and stuff like that. But just a regular item that you can take a picture, nice pictures, and put it out there. Somebody might want to buy. It's a group similar items like baby clothes or your kitchen things to increase value and appeal. Right, I like that. Group them and just make one price instead of selling them piece by piece. Somebody might buy this part and then somebody else buy that part, but if you put it in a group, then one person will have a set of something nice. So once you get the hang of it, consider turning this into a side hustle or full-time gig, right? If you get the hang of it, it's just you need a nice camera that can take nice picture with nice lighting, and you never know. You never know. So if that's for you, as I said, gone are the days when people are repairing things because it was good quality. Today, a lot of young people my daughters are such minimalist. My son is different. He just buys, but he has a wife and he has 2 kids. My daughters, they don't want anything unnecessary. I'll have something, kids, no mommy, it's okay, we don't need that. I had a hair dryer, I never use it. And I'm asking them, I said, guys, you could take it home. I said, mommy, no, give it to somebody who can use it. Because they're not into all of this fluff. They really are not into it. Young people today, I tell people, don't sit there hoarding things and thinking your children want it. They don't want it. They come to Jamaica, we build grand houses and my children. The kids come, they stay at a hotel. They invite you to come spend a week at the hotel with them. Because that's how it is today. They don't want too much of anything. So again, I say, if you're clearing things out, maybe you can think about selling something on eBay or Facebook Market, I think it is, or what's the other one? I don't know. Poshmark. Those are places that probably you want to put your items and sell them. So if this was useful for you guys, remember to like it and share it out, and and tell someone to tell someone. Tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what Papa said. And you yourself in retirement, especially in retirement. I'm just sharing it because this just seems like something that I like it for people abroad because it's easy to ship. When I was doing my t-shirts, personalizing my t-shirts, become a stronger, better me, £1 at a time. It was good because when people order shirts, I have a stack of envelopes from the post office next day, and I just have a whole lot. And as they ordered, I used to sell on Amazon too. I used to sell like used textbooks. Had all these textbooks, my children textbooks, my textbooks, mess. And I decided one day, I said, why don't I put them on Amazon? This was long before everything is now on a CD, or everything is you Google and you can get excerpts of things. But so many textbooks, education, psychology, too many. And my nephew sat down and he took a picture of all of them, and he created the account on Amazon, and we listed so many books. And I sold them. Books were sold because I had them in my bookcase, in my bookshelf there. They were all packed up in there. And so as people ordered the books, I just bag it and send it $5. and I was able to ship them for next day, and did well, did very well for a long time. But then, no more books. So that was the end of that. So you never know, guys. Just get out there and take your chance. So for people in a foreign country who have access to, can get to a post office quickly, for me it worked because I was able to just put things as I ordered it. I get the notification and I just put it together and send it out and got it sold. And got it, they put the money, they paid Amazon and Amazon paid me. So that's just a little share. If you are retired and you're in the mindset of making a little income, Jamaica is hard to ship things out from here. I don't know how that would work, but a lot of you are coming home, you're throwing away things. Oh, don't throw it away. Start early to pack, and then whatever is there, start putting them, get your pictures, put them on. And even if you leave them for a family member or friend to continue selling them, but don't throw them out. Don't junk them. I feel bad about the dumpsters that I got when I was leaving. I feel so bad because somebody could have used them. But I won't cry over spilled milk. We'll continue onward and upwards. Can be good, be careful, walk good, live good, do good, and go open your little store.